The past day has not been good for Russell Wilson, the quarterback that Denver traded so many picks for, the quarterback that they gave a $250 million extension to, has been a complete and total disaster for them so far. Through 5 games, the Broncos are now 2-3, and their 2 wins, they scored 16 points and 11 points respectively. This offense is a fucking disaster, and Russell Wilson right now is catching the majority of the blame. Nathaniel Hackett was under his fair share of criticism through the first couple games, but now after this game, this loss, this Colts team, which was seemingly missing like all 5 of their starting offensive linemen, Jonathan Taylor couldn't go, Matt Ryan was running for his life, they still ended up beating Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos. And we're going to go through some of the reactions on social media because he is getting blasted, and for good reason. Here you go. Russell Westbrook on Russell Wilson's head. That doesn't look too bad right now. I'm just saying, looks pretty accurate. But Russell Wilson, after the game in the press conference, he admitted, I let the team down tonight. Well, I'm glad you're able to admit that, Russell, because everybody in the building was telling you that. He was getting booed from probably the first quarter. As soon as they had their first couple 3-and-outs, the Denver Broncos fans, who I will admit are insane. Denver Broncos fans are legitimately delusional and insane. These are the same people that when Peyton Manning would go 3-and-out would start chanting Tebow. So you can't just take that at face value. But now after this, I think you have to be on board with what Broncos fans' frustrations have been. And then for him to do this in the post game, are you fucking kidding me? After a 12-9 loss in overtime, Russell Wilson ends his press conference with Broncos country, let's ride.
Keep believing in. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Broncos country. Let's ride.
Are you fucking serious? That stupid shit. You're still trying to keep that going? Broncos country, let's ride. He is so out of touch with everything. He is so not a genuine human being. Russell Wilson is fake as fuck. And everybody, you can get away with that if you're successful. If you're not, you're going to get called out. And this is what his wide receiver was looking like after the game when Russell Wilson missed a wide open receiver in the final play of the game. Broncos wide receiver furious with Russell Wilson after loss. And you can see here, he's pretty wide open right there. Now, this is a Broncos team that instead of kicking a field goal to tie it, potentially have the game end in a tie, they decided to go for it. 4th and 1, 4th and 2 at, their 10, 5-yard line, right around there, very close to the end zone. Put the ball in Russell Wilson's hands, and he misses a wide open receiver. Look at him slamming his helmet after this game.
Well,
look at how furious he was. And Kenny Hamler was slamming his helmet after the game for good reason. KJ Hamler told me on the final play of the game, I could have walked in. So talking to the press about the missed read by Wilson. And listen to Kyle Brandt, who has been roasting Russell Wilson lately. Listen to this take.
This is really fast. The last play is meaningful, not in just that it was KJ Hamler, or not that he missed. It's the reaction afterwards from Hamler. It's spiking the helmets. It's that... I don't know when
Look at how open he is.
Turned into Mitch Trubisky, but I wish he would turn into Geno Smith so they could win a game.
Oof. Oof. Now look at this reaction here. We think we get a little more of it here.
Okay? Because Geno makes that play 10 times out of 10. And then afterwards, they got a 4th and 1. They want to go for it. And look at that. That is a teammate that is on national television.
This is a frustrated Broncos team and a frustrated fan base, rightly so. Lindsey Jones, Broncos reporter, just left the locker room. It's been 40 minutes since the game ended. Russell Wilson still sitting in his locker in full pads, deep in quiet conversation with Nathaniel Hackett. And look at this guy in the comments. I think we're all overreacting. Russell Wilson's still a top 3 QB. He's carried his team to a Super Bowl in his career, coming off serious injury. It's week 4. We ride with Russ. Relax. We're still Super Bowl contenders, ratioed to hell. And this isn't even talking about the 2 interceptions he threw in the 4th quarter. Watch these 2 in his own territory. Look at this one.
Wilson throws
off the back foot while getting hit to nobody.
Picked off at
This is 4th quarter. They could have added to that lead. The Colts had a real hard time moving the ball. That could have been huge for them, but no. Instead, he throws that terrible pick. But it wasn't as bad as this interception. Anybody remember this? Russell Wilson, 4th quarter, maybe just run the ball. I think Richard Sherman remembers. He's about to tell you in a second. Look at this play.
3rd down and 4. Wilson to the end zone.
Bro, look at the time we have on the clock. It is the 4th quarter. You might not be able to see it because of the Sports Wars emblem, but it's the 4th quarter. 2 minutes left. 3rd and 4. Now, if you want to throw this and you want to throw it away, end up not taking some time off the clock, don't pick it up, kick the field goal, whatever, okay. But how do you not run the ball in this situation? And how, if you're Russell Wilson, do you not protect this with your life, man? What are you doing? He tries to test Stephon Gilmore and he gets got. He just held on the ball way too long, didn't quite know where he wanted to go with it. Gets picked off. And listen to the reaction that Richard Sherman has, who has seen something like that before.
You need 1 yard. Run the ball. Run the ball. CT.
He's triggered.
All he has to do is run the football. Like, necessary criticism. I'm not, I've said enough criticism for him, but God dang it, run the dang ball.
Now, of course, we're talking about the play at the end of the game with only a yard to go. We're talking about that play right there, throwing an interception in the end zone in the fourth quarter. They could have put it away. This is terrible. And this is what happens when Broncos fans aren't happy. They leave the game as overtime starts.
They're leaving. The Broncos fans are bailing.
Now, I'm all for fans booing as much as you fucking want. I've always been an advocate for that. To leave the game when it's headed to overtime, you're a bitch. You should absolutely be upset at your team. There's no doubt about that. But to leave in overtime, man, that's, I would expect that. I would expect exactly this from Denver Broncos fans. What do you guys think about all this shit? This is a worse disaster than I ever thought was possible for the Denver Broncos, bringing Russell Wilson in here. Let me know in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and Broncos country, let's ride.